January is National Mentoring Month, and studies have shown that strong mentoring relationships have powerful impacts that can last a lifetime for young people in need of a positive role model. For nearly 30 years, KOP Mentoring Network has been working with at-risk kids and teens in the South Palm Beach community, teaching compassion, respect, and excellence in all aspects of life. Here to share more is KOP CEO C. Ron Allen and Aida Smith, a mom whose daughter is the youth treasurer for KOP. Welcome to both of you. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having us.
All right, well, C. Ron, tell us about KOP. A lot of folks may not have ever heard about this organization.
Well, KOP Mentoring Network is a grassroots nonprofit organization that has been preparing our young people ages 7 to 17 for the last 28 years. We do so through 3 academies. We have an oratorical academy, which we work closely with Toastmasters International. We have a STREAM academy, and we have a wealth building and entrepreneurship academy. And we do so through field trips. We expose them to field trips, and we have guest speakers who come in and work with them. We work with them every Saturday.
Oh, that's wonderful. So they've got professionals coming in and mentoring them and working with them in all of these categories, which are so important.
That is so important.
Yeah.
We have just last weekend, we kicked off a 6-month program on etiquette training for them.
That's nice.
So, very much so.
Wow, even just to handshakes and opening doors and those kinds of things, or more than that?
This is more than that.
Yeah.
We teach them about articulation and diction and posture and things that, as grace, we teach them how to conduct themselves, how to present themselves.
Yeah, those subtleties, right, Aida, that make an impression on folks.
Absolutely.
Without a word ever being uttered. It's how you carry yourself.
Yes.
So talk about, as a mom, what the impact of this program has been on students and even on your own daughter who's in the program, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I have a high school senior, actually, and she's studying to be a doctor. Wow. So last week she participated in the etiquette classes, and that's going to help her go along a lot further with, being able to deal with the community. And not only is she learning, she's also giving back. She's dealing with some of the smaller kids. Last summer, she helped out with the spelling bee with the smaller kids, teaching them about the words and how to use them and stuff like that. So it's been a great experience for her as well.
And I know you have been, or still are, a Girl Scout leader.
I was a Girl Scout leader for several years, and just to see the girls blossom, it was just so beautiful. And just to learn different things that they probably would never touch if they weren't in Girl Scouts.
Right.
So.
And see, Ron, talk about that, how important this program is, because first tell us about these kids. How are they identified? Because these are young people in the community who, without a program like KOP, might lose their way, correct?
That is so true, Pam. Many of the students we have come to us from referrals through their friends. And we have some in the past came to us through teachers, guidance counselors. And for the most part, if these kids weren't with us, they would be in the police custody, in the court system, and we provide a safe place for them.
What kinds of things are going on in their lives?
Well, many of the students we serve are from homes where maybe a single parent. In many cases, we have quite a few homeless students, and then we also have some whose parents are in the penal system. So we also have kids who from structured families too. So we have kids from all walks
of life. Yeah, but everybody needs a good mentor. Right,
Certainly.
Aida? I mean, always. All of us need somebody who can kind of show us the way, don't you think?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think one of the cool things, and I was looking through through your website, and you list a mission, you list values, and one of the things that you listed in values that I loved, because it kind of listed some of the words, and respect, entrepreneurial excellence, things that you would think of a mentoring program. I loved you listed diligence, non-judgmental, and also relational. Talk about that, Aida. I love non-judgmental. That's so important.
Well, just to be able to accept each other.
Yeah.
That's what I bring from it. you know, young women and men, especially in the social media age, it's all about judging and watching what other people
And
have.
likes.
So likes and,
Yeah.
you know, thank goodness we don't have a dislike button.
Yeah.
But yes, being non-judgmental is just really important, and it's for all ages, actually.
Yeah. See, Ron, talk about some of the successes that you've seen in this program, the people that have graduated and moved on. What are they doing?
Well, we have one young man who is the Assistant Community Improvement Director for the City of Delray Beach. We have quite a few in the education system, a few in the law enforcement system. We have one who is a minister out in Los Angeles, and we have some in the armed forces. One's in the Peace Corps.
Wow.
So we have them in all walks of life, all types of profession.
Yeah, and they're great ambassadors for your program.
Certainly they have.
So what is the future for KOP? What is that you would like to see?
Well, it's my hope that
Yeah.
a few things. We would love to, I would love to 30 years from now to be able to sit back and say, wow, they're still continuing and still making leaders out of our young people. We have some needs for sure. Transportation is definitely one. We struggle with finding a home, a permanent home. We currently meet at the Delray Beach Library, and we have a few other places, churches and a few other places where we meet, but we long for a place to call home. We definitely need transportation. And Pam, I just can't say enough about the people in the city of Delray Beach. Every time we've called, they've been there for us. And not sure if it's the time for me to just want to give a shout out to some of my sponsors.
Well, we're actually running out of time.
Okay, that's fine.
But
That's
you
fine.
just did a shout. They know who they are, right?
That
And you
I just
can't live without
I
them.
can't say enough. Can't say enough about the folks in the city of Delray Beach, you know, and South Palm Beach County.
Well, we wish you continued great success with the program. Thank you so much for coming on and making us aware of it. And
Well,
best of luck.
thank you for having us.
Yeah, great to have both of you. And to learn more about KOP Mentoring Network, visit kopmn.org. We'll have this link and more information for you on our Facebook page at Your South FL.